Good evening, Internet. It is I, the Real Shroom, and tonight I'm going to play some more Standard. Yes, I still consider Standard to be the most fun format of MTG right now, and I enjoy playing MTG on Magic the Gathering Arena. So that's what we're going to do tonight, as we have the last couple weeks. And tonight we're going to try to shake up the Standard meta with some Rule of Lava. Okay, so the name Rule of Lava comes from this enchantment, High Noon. If you're not aware, there used to be an enchantment that cost 3 mana, 1 white and 2, that makes it so each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Well, that now only costs 1 in High Noon, so that's good, right? Additionally, High Noon also has a Lava Axe staple to it. For red and 4 mana at instant speed, you can sack to deal 5 damage to any target, so it's actually better than a Lava Axe because it can target anything. So High Noon is going to really mess up our opponent's game plans. There are a lot of decks in Standard that want to multi-spell. We prevent that from happening with our High Noon effect. You can only play 1 spell per turn. Everything from really aggro like mono red decks to like more mid-ranging decks, this is going to really throw a monkey wrench in their plans. And even if a deck isn't particularly hindered by this, like every deck is going to be hindered by this to a degree, but our deck is really designed to operate under a High Noon, and other people's decks won't be. The reason why we're really designed to operate under it, because we can play mostly at instant speed. We're a control deck. One thing that we're doing with High Noon is we're combining it with extremely disruptive effects. Particularly bounce effects are good with this card. Things like Machine Over Matter, Unauthorized Exit can both bounce non-land permanents at instant speed for 2 mana. Unauthorized Exit gives us Surveil 1. There's a slim chance that Machine Over Matter will cost only 1 mana instead of 2. So our opponent spends their entire spell per turn playing like a creature on their turn. We simply bounce it back to their hand, and that's their turn. The next turn, if they want that creature, they have to spend their entire turn tapping their mana to play it all over again. So this is going to grind their game plan to a halt, and we're going to be able to capitalize it because even our threats, our primary threat is an instant speed threat, and that is Stoic Sphinx. This is a card that I've always really liked. I just like the rate of a 4 mana 5/3 flash flyer. The fact that it has hexproof when we have to cast a spell this turn is really incredible, and I think this is the perfect deck to leverage the Sphinx. Because we are restricting our opponents so hard on when they can cast spells. Like if they tap out for a creature, or they play something on their turn that occupies their 1 spell under High Noon, we Stoic Sphinx on their turn. We know they won't be able to respond by destroying it, and so we have a hexproof 5/3 flyer on our turn that we can use to attack, and this kills very fast with 5 power and being an evasive threat combined with the Lava Axes from our High Noons. We should be able to close out games quickly when we have our Sphinxes on the battlefield, which are going to be hexproof pretty much all the time. So that is disruptive element number 1, is the High Noon plan. Everyone's only going to get to play 1 spell per turn. We can thrive under that environment. Opponents won't be able to. The second thing is Doorkeeper Thrull. Now, the very first deck I streamed was a modern deck that leveraged Hushbringer very strongly. This is kind of a Hushbringer, but it's a flash speed 1/2 flyer. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So this shuts down Deep Cavern Bats. It shuts down all of those annoying Caretaker's talent decks, which I'm sure you're sick of already. I know I'm kind of sick of them. That enchantment just draws oodles and oodles of cards, but not if there's a Doorkeeper Thrull on the battlefield. It draws exactly 0 cards, because tokens entering the battlefield will not cause the effect of the enchantment to trigger. So yeah, Doorkeeper Thrull I think is going to be an important hate piece in Standard. We are mainboarding it along with our High Noons to try to jank out the meta. And of course, this is such a huge target, we're going to have to keep it alive with a Surge of Salvation, with a 2 of Skrelv Defector Mite. And we're a control deck too, we like to be able to play at instant speed so we can cast our stuff on our turn or our opponent's turn, so that we can operate under the rule of law. That's why, High Noon, excuse me. That's why we have 2 of No More Lies, 3 of 3 Steps Ahead for a counterspell that can also copy our Sphinxes, or at this card selection, drawing 2 cards and allowing us to discard 1. And then we also have a playset of Deduce, just to help us find our pieces. Since we're a control deck, you got to have some form of cheap card selection, card draw, to help you get to the pieces we need, including our High Noons. A 1 of Stroke of Midnight is our only true hard removal. Well, we've also got 4 Lightning Helix, which are removal. We're playing, red and white. This is just a great card that I love. I always play burn spells in red decks, and Lightning Helix is like the best one you can play in this color combination. It can deal with small creatures. It can also help us shut the door on games with a little bit of reach after we've done triggered our High Noons and gotten some hits with our Sphinxes. The 1 of Stroke of Midnight is the only other true form of removal, which it's kind of like, I just hate Get Lost so much. I don't want to play that card. I'll pay 3 mana for this thing that can hit anything at instant speed. It gives them a 1/1 token, which is basically negligible almost all the time. You know, we got so many bounce spells, we can just bounce it or, you know, whatever, block it with one of our Thrulls. We don't care about the 1/1. We want to be able to remove any non-land permanent at instant speed without giving our opponents cards, and that's what this spell does. Sort of like the poor person's, you know, like Void Rend. So that is the plan for our main deck. Total of 25 lands. We're 3 colors, so our mana base is going to be slow. It's rough playing 3-color decks in the bad mana, with the bad mana of Standard, but we're going to give it a try. You know, we want to be 3 colors so that we can take advantage of the Lava Axe effects and play our important counter spells. The only tech that we have really, we got like some Surveil lands. We got 3 creature lands, 1 Restless Anchorage, 1 Restless Spire, and 1 Restless Bivouac, and we got a couple of Demolition Fields. The sideboard contains a couple of Essence Scatters, there's additional counterspells against creature-heavy matchups, a couple of Negates against Control, a couple of Abrades against Artifacts, also as additional removal against, you know, like the aggressive red decks that are going to have those creatures that they won't be able to pump up with Prowess because they've already cast a spell when they deploy their Slickshot Show-Off or Monastery Swift Spear. So Abrade will in fact catch them. Speaking of catching things, Caught in the Crossfire is against all those token decks. Great at clearing out tons of tokens. Great at clearing out flocks of Deep Cavern Bats. 2 damage to all non-outlaw creatures. Does not kill our Stoic Sphinxes, importantly, because they have 3 toughness. We have a 2 of Giant Cindermaw to shut down decks that want to gain a lot of life, of which there are a lot in Standard. We want to shut that down because, you know, our margins are going to be a little slim as far as closing out games. We're relying on these hits for 5 to only need like 4 of those to win the game, so we want to shut down life gain if possible. Additional Surge of Salvation against like removal heavy decks, black decks, 2 Soul Guide Lancers for graveyards. I don't know if I mentioned the 2 Negates against Control, and 2 additional Stroke of Midnights for additional removal. That is very versatile. So that is the plan. Let's see if we can Rule of Lava our opponents to death using High Noon to shut down their game plan and Doorkeeper Thrull to shut down their creature activations. So let's play some matches on the ladder. I'm in Platinum tier now, so things are getting a little sweaty, but hopefully this deck can do decently well. Let's check it out. If you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Shugi is our opponent. We'll be on the draw. And our hand isn't great. We do have a Lightning Helix for early interaction, so we'll keep. We'll find a Rule of Law. Bah. Glimpse the Core. Okay, so they're like an Atraxa deck. Okay, I think we go with High Noon here. They're most likely an Atraxa deck. Spelunking. They're some kind of big mana deck. Dinosaurs. Ooh. Okay. We got a Skrelv. It's kind of tempting to Unauthorized Exit the Spelunking. It lets them play another land, though, so I think I'd rather bounce whatever creature they play. I think we'll go with Skrelv. Set up to play our Sphinx next turn with protection. Like a big hexproof dino would be rough. Outcast Trailblazer. Okay, I'd like to draw one of our keepers, please. Rule of Law. Okay, no more lies, rather. So I think I'll let them cast this next turn. They'll get a mana which they won't be able to use. I'll deploy my Sphinx on their turn. So this isn't a very good No More Lies deck. Dragons and dinosaurs. Oh my goodness, what's happening? It's not a good No More Lies deck because we are a late game deck. A lot of our game plan involves, you know... boy. This I think we actually do need to counter. Oh, we can't counter it. They get to Obliterating Bolt, which they can't actually cast because of Rule of Law. Okay. We'll deploy our Stoic Sphinx here. So this is a 3-turn clock. We get 3 attacks with the Sphinx, and then we can sack our High Noon, and that's game. Do we just kill the Carnosaur? Yeah, I think we can just blow up the Carnosaur as our spell for the turn. That's fine. Vaultborn Tyrants. Uncounterable. Where are our dudes to shut that down? Surge of Salvation. Alright, I think we're just gonna Helix their face. So, if they don't gain any life this turn, they're dead next turn. Terror of the Peaks. You gain 3 life. Where's our stuff to shut down ETB effects? We're just gonna take this. We're gonna gain another 3 life when this thing enters. Doorkeeper Thrull, where have you been? Okay. We're going to bounce their Terror of the Peaks. Three steps ahead. I don't think it really matters, but we'll bin that. We don't have time for that now. They're gonna play their dragon, and then we'll Doorkeeper Thrull it. That's your 1 spell per turn. Nice 5/4 flyer that can't block. Yeah, we'll take 6. Okay, a land is what we needed there. I guess we didn't need it, technically. We'll give it pro red. It's hexproof. And we'll Lava Axe you in the face. They're gonna gain 3 life. Oh, man. Just by cycling. Oh, I think they win the game. Actually, I can Surge of Salvation to protect my Doorkeeper Thrull. Let it block the terror. I still die to the Tyrant, though. Yep, I just do die because of that last little bit of life gain they got. Let's see, I can block, I take... Yep, I'm dying. I can prevent 5 of this damage, so they just got in. I needed my Doorkeeper earlier. Okay, so... big, giant stuff. We want our Cindermaws. Essence Scatter, they're a Cavern of Souls deck. Probably the Stroke of Midnights. Cut some of our other counter spells. We'll cut the No More Lies. The Helixes do kill the 4/2s. Cut 1. Cut the Surge. Maybe they won't draw Cavern of Souls this game. That would be nice. We'll cut 1 bounce spell. I don't know about this hand. Unauthorized Exit and Helix aren't really the best against what they're doing. I think I mulligan. Alright, this is a little better. I'll bottom one of these exits. Alright, Rule of Law is a good pickup. We need our door guard. This is an armadillo, it's not a dinosaur. Heat Harvest. I kind of want to slow them down. I think I'll counter that. Spirebluff. We got nothing going on. Okay, come on, deck. Spelunking. I would rather have countered Spelunking than the Heat Harvest. Ugh. Come on, where's our door guard? We don't need another unauthorized exit. Alright, so their dinosaurs are now uncounterable. Glimpse the core. Deduce. Let's deduce. A bounce spell. We don't really want to bounce the dinosaur without having one of our dudes. Our Hushbringer dudes. Glimpse the core. Draw land. Just more lands. Oh my goodness. More lands. Awesome. Just what we need. Well, I mean, it sucks, but we gotta bounce this, because we die otherwise. We get to replay it and get full value. Smuggler's Surprise. Put up to 2 creature cards, okay. So we die to the ETB triggers that are not supposed to happen because we're supposed to have our door guards. Alright, our deck just failed us in that game. Game 1 was really close though. Ben JL is our opponent in round 2. We'll be on the play. We've got our Thrull this time, so we'll keep. Play this tap land. Alright, they're a Sunken Citadel deck. Let's go with Vantage, so we have Lightning Helix available. I think I'm not gonna run it out while they have Lightning Helix mana showing. Alright, let's play Skrelv. It's probably gonna die. Surprise, surprise. Surge of Salvation is good. Urbrask's Forge. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, let's get rid of that, I guess. Hopefully they don't have a shock. Alright, they do have a 1-mana removal spell. Ah, that's too bad. I didn't necessarily need to use my Demolition Field right then. Caretaker's Talent. So what do we want to do about that? Just counter it? There's still the Skrelv, the Urbrass Forge that we have to deal with. We'll just counter that. And we'll go ahead and Helix that token. High Noon. Alright, we need to find some Sphinxes here. Caretaker's Talent. Bounce the High Noon. Deduce. Guess I could deduce. Let's deduce. Let's not tap our mana in a completely stupid way. We don't want a Seachrome Coast. So they're gonna get to draw a card off their talents. Because again, we lost our dude. There's the forge. Let's draw a card. Land. My goodness. I mean, there's 25 lands in our deck because we are a control deck. Now they just get to draw infinite cards off the Caretaker's Talent. This card is pretty good. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. This is why we are playing. This is why we're playing our dudes. We got exiled. So this is the Japanese tournament deck our opponent's playing. Another forge. And that doesn't really help that much. It helps us not have them draw cards, I guess. They're gonna draw a card either way. I guess we could stop them from drawing a card if we wanted to. But it didn't stop, like, it didn't give me priority before these things triggered. It really should. It should give me priority 3 steps ahead. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's just it's so unbelievably easy to... Now, I don't think there's any way we can come back now. We don't have anything that really gets us out of this. It's so ridiculously easy to draw a billion cards with this enchantment. Deduce. Well, gotta find something really good here. Okay. I feel like we can scoop, really, because we don't really have anything that gets us out of this situation. Archangel Elspeth. More lands. Okay, good enough for me. Wow. No love with the land flow. Okay, we want negates for sure. I think we want Surge of Salvation. We want Caught in the Crossfire. And we want Abrade. I like the counter spells, actually. Cut a little bit of the bounce. 3 more cuts. Alright, let's cut that. High Noon is really good against them, so we actually do want that. Yeah, Lightning Helix isn't the best, but I'm gonna cut 1 Sphinx. Gotta board out something for all this control. Well, we've got a Thrull. We've got no way to really protect it. I don't know if this is keepable. I don't think it is. Well, this is pretty bad too, but I think we gotta keep this. Bottom plains. We'll go get our mountain. Carrot cake. Yep. We could just kill the bunny. I don't think I need to, though. High Noon. Alright, I'm gonna wait on the High Noon, because I want to counter a Forge if they play it. Or destroy it. Yeah, that's what I want to counter. Okay, that's a good draw. Oh, I can't hold up my counter and play High Noon. So I think I'll just hold up my counter. I should have played High Noon and then held up my bounce spell. That would have been better. Forge, okay. Countering that is good. Inspiring Vantage. Alright, let's High Noon. They're gonna sack their carrot cake for a bunny. Alright, let's destroy their fountain port before they can use it. See if we can withstand this bunny beatdown. We need sphinxes now. Alright, here comes the bivouac. It's fine. We can kill it. Oh, we can't kill that. Or bounce it. This only destroys non-land permanents. Well, we can bounce that bunny, I guess. We don't want Spirebluff Canal. More unauthorized exits. Are we just gonna lose their bivouac? Wow, how lame. Did we already play both Demolition Fields? Only one. I mean, we do have Abrades that we can draw. Alright, let's bounce the bunny again. Skrelv. I think we want Skrelv. They do have enough mana left over to now caretakers, which is very bad. They don't, though. Alright, let's deduce. More unauthorized exits. Okay, there's a lot of unauthorized exits. Forge. No, thank you. They can still attack with their Bivouac. Alright, I really need to find an Abrade. Or a Demolition Field. How about neither of those? Surge of Salvation. Opponent did not activate their Bivouac this turn. There's our Thrull. Yeah, we actually now have no way of dealing with that. Yep, this is why I hate leaving home without 4 field effects, because there's so many creature lands. And we don't have a hard removal spell that can deal with a creature land. Because I hate Get Lost. Alright, let's play our Thrull. They could kill it. I imagine they probably will. We're just dead to their Bivouac. I mean, that doesn't really harm us in any way. Alright, we draw a creature land that we can't use, and we actually just die to the Bivouac. Yep, well, that's very unfortunate. Round 3, we're against somebody. Underscore. With their Elish Norn avatar? Oh, a Doorkeeper Thrull should be great against them. We'll keep this. That's actually a good hand. Start with a Scry. Seachrome Coast. We can go with land number 4. Hello, whoever you are. Alright, I think we want to counter that for sure. Another Thrull is good. Bristly Bill. Okay. We draw Demolition Field. Let's attack. Free Strider Lookouts. Okay, that's a combo with Bristly Bill. I think we'll kill Bill. High Noon. Go for the throat. Alright, we'll cast another Lookout. Block the 1/1. Take 3. Deduce. Let's deduce. 3 steps ahead. Let's deduce again. Unauthorized Exit. 3 steps ahead. Alright, I think we'll bounce this guy. Oh, why did you tap double blue? Oh, the auto tapper. The auto tapper. The auto tapper totally screwed me. Oh no. My idea was to counter it on the way back down, of course. But Arena decided to tap both of my blue sources. Tap 2 of my blue sources. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose because of that. That sucks. How about a Lightning Helix? How about a Deduce? How about a Lightning Helix? How about no? How about Deduce? Glissa. Dude, just the most awkward draws. Play a Skrelv, I guess? Gonna blow up my High Noon. Okay. Do I want to use my mana for anything else? That's fine. I'm not winning this game. It was that mistap. They should not have this 3/3 on the battlefield. They shouldn't have gotten in that damage. That should have been countered, and this should have been countered. The Vine Lasher? Okay. Yeah, that's gonna kill me so fast. So they're a landfall deck. I don't think they're doing ETB stuff too much. So I want Essence Scatter, I want Abrade, I want Surge. I think I can cut these guys completely. I don't think they're doing the ETB thing. One additional Stroke of Midnight. Bounce spells are good. We'll cut one. We'll cut one of these since we're bringing in the Essence Scatters. I mean, this looks reasonable. Let's keep. Alright, they got the Vine Dude. Okay, that's fine. There's the pinging. We'll counter that. Gonna counter up their dude. Let's grab blue number 2. Alright. Do I just play my Stoic Sphinx now? This seems like a good window. Their lizard is going to be big enough that it can't block. It will die if it blocks. I could just hold up counterspell plus like a bounce spell possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I think you want to get down the Sphinx when you can.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for... Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Okay. Probably should have fetched an island when I had a chance there. Mosswood Dread Knight. We can discard 3 steps ahead.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Sure, we'll just bounce that guy. It has ward. Do I want another 3 steps ahead? No, I do not. Skrelv. Yeah, that Liliana was brutal. I don't think we can come back from this. But let us see. Skrelv. Tranquil Frillback. Well, we'll counter it because we're just going to end up discarding this anyway.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Vine Lasher. Draw card. Surge of Salvation. Good game, opponent says. Well, I could sustain this for another turn. Level 3 is gonna fully max out their counters. Okay. Good enough. They put a counter there, so both of their creatures are lethal. Man, that was a bad showing. Okay. Okay. Son of Diofa. So our next opponent. And this hand is a little sketchy. I would want to Fabled Passage for a white source. I also need blue mana. I'm going to keep this. We're on the play. Getting down High Noon on turn 2 is where we want to be. Just need a little help from our library. You can do that, can't you, library? Alright, that's High Noon. Scoop? They didn't like High Noon. Maybe I'll bring in the second Surge of Salvation because they're a black deck. Cut one, bounce. Yeah, that's a 6-lander. We can't keep that. Okay, this has a Thrull and a Surge of Salvation, so we'll keep this. Bottom. Fabled Passage. Iridescent Vulture. Or, Vine Lasher. Another one. I guess I could have given myself hexproof there. That's okay. So I think I'll just pass here. Attack. Alright, let's deduce. They didn't have a land drop, that's good. This way I can Doorkeeper Thrull and Surge of Salvation. I'll be able to block one of their attacks at least. Nissa. Okay, people are playing these like triggered abilities, but not ETB abilities. Alright, let's go for High Noon. I mean, that's good against Nissa, because they're obviously looking to multi-spell with all that extra mana. Alright, I think we'll bounce Nissa. Lightning Helix sounds pretty good. Alright, let's Helix the Nissa. Another Nissa. Pack our clue. Another bounce spell. Where are Sphinxes? Kind of just want to activate my Spire to block one of these lizards. I don't have the mana to do it, though, and also deal with Nissa. So I think I'll just bounce Nissa again. Get a Surveil. 3 steps ahead. Not really what I'm looking for. Spelunking. Alright, I think I'll bounce their Spelunking. Just try to slow them down. Another High Noon. Huh. Where are our Sphinxes? Guess I'll play it. What? Are we in my combat step or something? Okay. Tear asunder one of my High Noons. Okay. Lightning Helix. Tear Asunder. Okay, we'll surge that. Nissa? Alright, let's kill Nissa. More High Noons. Should I just be attacking? We need our Sphinxes, man. Our mana's so bad, and our opponent has no non-basics that we can target. We're out of cards. They have 5 cards in hand. Oh yeah, Spillikin just draws you a card. Needs a double trigger. Deduce. More High Noons. We have so many High Noons. I mean, it's 15 damage. It's another Nissa. I really should be Lightning Helixing these guys. That's a big mistake. But then Nissa can be attacking me. I mean, her mana doesn't do anything. They can plot stuff. Let's draw a card. Block one of those guys. Bounce the Nissa. 3 steps ahead. Is that what we want to draw? I can counter a spell plus create another Doorkeeper Thrull. I don't know. I guess it's as good a shot as any we've got. We're at 4. Pillage the bog. Counter it, copy our dude. One more land drop and we're dead. Stoic Sphinx doesn't help us with that. I suppose I could have played High Noon there. Aftermath Analysts. So they can just do that right now. Are there any lands in their graveyard? Yes, there's one. They don't even have to tap that. So I'm actually dead. I don't know if my opponent realizes it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. If they just make a land drop and we're dead. You can see how, in theory, this could kill really fast, though. Because, like, this is 5. Like, they'd be dead next turn if we weren't dying right now. So, like, the combination of the Sphinx and the High Noon, I think is really good. Okay. So, again, with the Lizard, the Landfall deck. Let's get the Abrades. These guys, they're a Landfall deck. They don't care about ETBs. So let's do Essence Scatters instead. Maybe one additional stroke for a bounce spell. Okay. Keep this. Let's go for tap lands. Seachrome. Alright. We'll hold up a counter spell here. Nissa. Just bolt that. Do some surveilling. Demolition Field. We don't want a Demolition Field. I want Sphinxes and High Noons. Spelunking. We don't want Spelunking. Another Archive. High Noon. Yes. That is acceptable. Power and toughness equals the number of lands you control. When it enters, mill 4 cards, then return all lands from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay. Bounce it, I guess. Well, there's a reason to keep in our ETB stuff. We don't want to Adarkar Wastes. We move 1 land. More bounce. Okay, well, I guess we start attacking, right? We get to scry 1 when this thing attacks. We don't need Thundering Falls. There's Loomer again. No more lies. That's not going to counter anything. Restless Anchorage. Oh my goodness. The draws. 3 steps ahead. I don't know. It's a decent card, but it doesn't deal with their Lumra. They're gonna get down Lumra. Power and toughness equals the number of lands. It's gonna be huge. Yeah, I don't think I want that. It won't stop the Lumra they're about to cast. They have this Restless Cottage. Yeah, Lumra's huge. These draw lands. Okay. Well, maybe a little mapping can help us out here. Oh, it has reach. Oops. Okay. So we cost ourselves one turn with that erroneous attack there. It has vigilance too. It's pretty good. We just draw land. Alright, GG's. The deck is not doing its thing. Jojo is our opponent. We're on the play. And hand actually looks pretty good, so I'll keep. Yes, let's win one. Okay. Play a tap land. Hello, opponents. Teething Wormlet. Okay, so they're like a in Soul deck. They like to multi-spell. Bounce is really good against them too. They're a Naya in Soul deck. Kia Nalar. They like to cast spells from exile. Okay. Well, we don't really do that. I'll just Bivouac, play my roll. I guess I could have waited till their turn. That was dumb. I should have waited till their turn. If they want to spend their whole turn killing this, actually, I'm kind of okay with that. Rocco. Each player exiles the top card of their library until your next end step. Each player will play that card exiled this way. Target creature and create a food token. Alright, we're exiling lands and drawing lands. So I think we'll just get down to Sphinx. Save my Thrull to block.
What is it that got shut down there? Caretaker's talent. What do you know? Well, we shut that down with our Thrull. Okay, let's bounce that guy. Attack with our Sphinx. Chump. We're gonna counter that guy. The constant flow of Thopters is a little annoying. So let's play the Sphinx while they're tapped out. Another Rocco. Stroke of Midnight. Alright, I don't think they have anything for 1 mana that can kill a Stoic Sphinx. Let's just attack them. Yeah, let's do this now. They're dead on board. And our Sphinxes are hexproof. They have food. Thrull's doing work. See, we don't even need to cast a spell to activate High Noon, so... Okay. Block a gnome. Attack the lethal. Alright, they can gain life from their food. But check it out, it's the rule of lava. Okay, that's what's supposed to happen. So I think we want Surge of Salvation. They're an Any Joins Up deck. They're going to get a lot of triggers off that. I think we want Abrade just to kill their stuff. Maybe a Stroke of Midnight too. Do a little Shaven here. Thrull's absolutely key there, shutting down the Caretaker's talent. Yeah, in fact, I think I want my counter spells. I don't know, they're not very good. Not as good on the draw. Cut one Deduce. Eesh. We can get away with cutting one Deduce, right? We'll draw the cards we need, right? We have the Thrull again, so we'll keep. We also have a Skrelv to protect it. That's good. Seachrome Coast. Whenever you attack with one or more non-gnomes, let's on it and create gnomes. Okay. Oh, the Thrull. No, it's this thing's ability, right? Whenever an artifact. Okay. Yeah, I think I could have played the Thrull and it wouldn't have gotten the counter. Oops. That was a mistake. I could have played the Thrull with the ability on the stack, and the Wormlet would not have gotten a counter, and I would have been able to kill it. Okay. Lightning Helix. It's pretty good. I want to get blue source number 2 going as quickly as possible. Well, I guess I'm attacking if I'm not blocking. Caretaker's talent. Haha. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this now. No triggers for you. Go grab an island. Play the Sphinx while they're tapped out. Rocco. Another Sphinx. Surge of Salvation. Ooh. I'll just play this second Sphinx. So this is shutting down the Wormlet's triggers. Brotherhood's End. We can Surge of Salvation. Gonna create more food. Alright, I just need to draw Lightning Helix. Do I want to block that thing? I think I'll just take 4. And they die. Yay, we did it. See? Cerule Zaf is our opponent. This is match number 6. hey, you've got High Noons and Helixes, so I'll keep that. Looks like a good Boros hand. Playing High Noon on turn 2 is what we want. Tiny Bones. Caustic Bronco. Using their Mosswood. Alright. Now the question is, do we want this Bronco to give them a card and let them take damage? Or do we want to just kill it? I think we just kill it. Grab an island. Deduce. Deduce, see if we can find a land. Nope. Shieldred. Well, we have to kill Shieldred. So that's what we're gonna do. Enjoy your 1/1. I think we'll deduce again. Land is good. I think we're looking for Sphinxes? Looking for something. Alright, let's Helix the Dread Knight. Steps ahead. Liliana of the Veil. Alright, I think we'll counter that. Golgari is a really popular deck. So let's draw Farclue, Sphinx. We're gonna wait to play this on their turn. After they cast their Dread Knight or whatever. So that way they can't respond with a removal spell. There's the Dread Knight. You can kill the 1/1. Okay, so let's hope they cast a spell, because we can then Lightning Helix them Perfect. Yeah, Shieldred's really good. See, this is the way the deck is supposed to work. Helix you. Now they're dead next turn. They can't cast a removal spell now because they've already cast their spell for turn. Oh, we're gonna take a ping from Shieldred, that's fine. And another ping. But they're not gaining life. Attack you for 5. And we are abiding by the rule of lava here. Okay. Yes. That's how it's done. Alright, Golgari again. Do we want Soul Guide Lanterns for the Dread Knights? Maybe one. Do we want Essence Scatters? Surge of Salvation? Stroke of Midnight. They are not an ETB deck. So we'll cut that, we'll cut a couple bounce spells. Okay, yeah, I like this. We've got High Noon, we've got a Helix. A couple of Helixes. We've got a Skrelv. Caustic Bronco. Alright. Oh wait, what did I do? I meant to cast Skrelv. Oops. I meant to cast Skrelv. Hope that doesn't cost us the game. The Stone Brain. What is that gonna get? Wow, I can't believe I punted like that. That was insane. Alright, let's cast our Skrelv. Then let's cast our High Noon. So they could name Stoic Sphinx. That would be pretty bad for us. What card name do they choose? They should choose Stoic Sphinx. If they choose Stoic Sphinx, I don't think we can actually win. Sunfall. Sunfall? Okay. That was not a good choice, opponents. See, oh man, I can't believe I burned one of my surges like that. That was crazy. Bitter Triumph they have. I guess I'll attack since I can't block. Deduce, try to find a land? Nope. Cruel Claw's Hearts takes my Stoic Sphinx. They gifted me a card to steal my Stoic Sphinx. Unauthorized Exit will be good. Oh, come on, opponent. Don't rope out. Come on. Alright, they salt rope and scoop the game. That's a win. Alright, Pebbles Malones will be our final opponent. We'll be on the draw. And yeah, this looks good. We've got our Thrulls. Okay, mono red aggro. This draw is not going to line up well against them.
This is a tough matchup for us, just in general. High Noon is very good against them. So, Demonic Ruckus. Yeah, probably should have played, Alright, let's play our Thrull. This doesn't have flash, right? No. Restless Anchorage. Well, I guess we might as well play this, because we're not getting untapped red mana no matter what we do here. I just need to chump block with this Thrull. See how bad it gets. Ember Hearts. Does this thing have haste? Yes, it does. Alright, so we'll bounce it. That way they don't get a card off of that enchantment either. Lightning Helix is good. They just play it again. I could have, yeah, I could have waited till they attacked. Alright. Get our mountain. Helix this thing. Alright, play our Thrull. Another Thrull. Questing Druid. Alright, let's Helix one of these Mentors. There's the show off. Questing Druid. Audacity. That's a lot of damage. Alright, I think I need to kill the Slick Shot here. Helix the Mentor, I guess. Actually, let's cancel that. Yeah, let's Helix the Mentor. You draw a card. QD. Draw more lands. It's gonna pass. I can block with my Anchorage. Alright, let's try to block. Witchstalker Frenzy. Okay. I could have bounced it in response. I'm not sure I want to though, to give them access to another. Okay, now I do. It does give them access to another, like, card finding spell. Well, we're not finding our important pieces. I mean, the Lightning Helixes were good and all, but they're not going to cut it. Alright, bounce it. Snakeskin Veil. Bounce it again. And now we've just got counter spells. Yeah, this is not going to work out well. We're at 6. Alright. I don't know, play our Sphinx now, hope they can't kill it? Might as well. They don't have a kill spell for it. Yeah, I have to block. Alright. Well, Rule of Law would have been very helpful there. Oh, actually got a Helix. I guess I'll just do it now so they don't get like a Snakeskin Veil or something. They have a creature land, Thran Portal. They don't. We've already, what, drawn 3 Lightning Helixes? Or all 4? We got all 4 of our Helixes already. So no more of those coming.
Do I want to just draw cards here? Nah, not yet. High Noon. That would have been good a little bit ago. Still, it is a lava axe that can hit a creature if needed. Alright, so yeah, we die. Well, we really needed that High Noon a lot earlier. So, against aggro... what do we want? Abrade? And Essence Scatter? Counter the creatures is good. Caught in the Crossfire might also be good. Our bounce spells are actually good here. Those counters are a little slow. Yeah. Protecting our own stuff is secondary to killing their stuff. And they aren't an ETB deck, although it's good to have blockers for the show-offs. We do get High Noon here. So I think it's a keep. Even though we don't have removal. We get a turn 2 High Noon. We've got a bounce spell. High Noon. Slotting their slick shot show off. Okay. We'll play Skrelv. Okay. Let's bounce that and do some surveilling. Essence Scatter? Hey, they scoop. Wow. They don't like High Noon. See, what did I tell ya? It's good against mono red. We're gonna be on the draw here, though. Just run it back. Alright, we don't have High Noon here. We have a little bit of a painful Lightning Helix. We have Abrade. So let's keep this. And we'll go with our tap land. They plot their show off. Brask's Forge. Okay. Let's abrade it. Alright, blue mana's coming slowly. Plotting another show off. Man. No land. Do I deduce and try to find land? Nah, I need to just, try to deal with those slick shots. Right? Yeah.
plotting a bunch of stuff. Alright, let's Deduce. Alright, let's play our planes. So now we can counter something and kill something. Questing Druid. If we counter that, it goes away for good. So I like countering. Boy, they have a whole crew just plotted. Alright, let's draw a card. This Caught in the Crossfire could be really, really good. Okay. Let's Meticulous Archive. No more lies. We'll keep that on top. Alright. Let's kill this thing. Just take one. There are no more lies. Surveil. We don't want Spirebluff Canal. Let's get a Sphinx going. They could have a removal spell. We'll give it a go. They don't. Okay. Attack. Show off number 1. Show off number 2. Show off number 3. Two damage to each non-outlaw. Paw Patch formation. Destroy target creature with flying. Okay. That's fine. We kill one of our Sphinxes. We have another one in hand. We kill all of their slick shots. And they scoop. Oh, wow. Those birds were caught in the crossfire. See, instant speed sweepers can be very, very good. Alright, our final record with Rule of Lava Jeskai Control in Standard was a 3-4. We started off pretty rough with an 0-4, but did redeem ourselves at the end, beating some good decks. We beat Golgari Mid-Range, which is one of the best decks in Standard. That is a legit deck. And we beat Gruul Aggro at the end there, which aggro decks are very scary in Standard. But yeah, I think the deck is good. Couple of things it needs is probably some more card draw to find its pieces. because there were some pretty embarrassing games in there where we just like flooded out. We really want our high noons. We really want our high noons plus our thralls in a lot of matchups. So I think we're getting a little too cute with all of this bounce effects, honestly. Like, some of this should just be swapped out with removal, and I think maybe I should bite the bullet and just start playing Get Lost as a removal card. Because this deck, like, our opponent's drawing cards or surveilling, like exploring, it doesn't hurt us as bad in this deck as it does in other decks because of the high noon. Because our opponent has a hard time capitalizing on getting those extra cards or explores, especially if we can just, you know, we can bounce their creatures or destroy the creatures. So maybe cutting like these two for just like a couple of Get Lost would be good. Finding a couple of other cuts for like just like some impulses, some quick studies, something, I don't know, like some more card selection so that we can find our high noons, because high noon is really legit good in a lot of matchups, as we saw. And we just need to find our pieces. Like, there, even a couple of games where we lost, we got to see how powerful a Stoic Sphinx with high noon is. These things hit for 5 every time. So like a couple of turns of these guys getting in plus a high noon activation is lethal. High noon is a lava axe, so we can kill very quickly if we can get our Sphinxes on the battlefield with a high noon. So a little more card selection, swap out some of the bounce for removal. Yeah, I don't know. I always liked, you know, more cheap removal, but we did do pretty well against Gruul Aggro. Abrade is pretty good. Caught in the Crossfire, just annihilated them. But I feel like we got a little unlucky in some of the early matches, but having more card draw would help us smooth that out and make sure that we got better draws. So yeah, I think it's a fun deck. It's a cool deck, and maybe it's trying to do 2 different things that should be in 2 separate decks. Like the Doorkeeper, I tend to do this, you know, where I'm like, ooh, I want to hate out the metagame of this particular format, so I just like shove everything in there that could possibly be relevant. But it could be that like the Doorkeeper Thrull deck is a separate deck from the High Noon deck, because they are very effective hate pieces that, you know, hate on different things. High Noon hates on our opponent's desire to multi-spell. Doorkeeper Thrull hates on their desire to gain value off their ETB triggers, especially Caretaker's Talent. We got to see that in one of the later games, how like this card just, it makes that card so much worse, and I think that's extremely, extremely important in Standard. But maybe this should just be 2 different decks, you know, one deck that's all about like finding your thralls and keeping them alive, and one deck that is like a high noon control deck. I tend to do that, like, you know, try to like mash several different concepts together in a way that it probably would be more effective as different decks. But for what it is, I think the deck is fun, and I will probably keep iterating on it and trying to make it better with the changes of adding more card selection, ditching some of these bounce spells with just hard removal spells, and, you know, maybe tweaking the sideboard a little bit. Yeah, replacing Stroke of Midnight with Get Lost, probably catering the sideboard a little more towards aggro. I could see even running like Shocks in the sideboard. Shock is actually a pretty good card in Standard right now, believe it or not, because there's a lot of relevant stuff that has low toughness. You know, like those show-offs have 2 toughness and never get bigger. Those green 4/2 guys that let you draw cards whenever stuff NTBs. Of course, that should never be happening with our Doorkeeper Thrulls, but those guys died to Shock. Like Deep Cavern Bats died to Shock. Shock actually ain't bad. But Abrade is kind of a bit more versatile. Anyway, I think the deck is really fun. I think it's cool. I'm glad we got to win into matches at the game at the end of the stream. I wish it could have come a little earlier. So that's going to do it for Rule of Lava. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.